Hello, my name is Omar Abasad. It's February 28th, Wednesday, 2018 at 6:17 p.m. in Toronto. So I just walked into the door and there is a cruiser parked outside at the entrance, but a marked cruiser. And on my way, walking from the bus stop to my compound, the um, the harassment continued, the harassment that I've been experiencing at work all day. So, as I said before, I am being harassed in the Chinese community. And it's not only the Chinese people doing it, obviously, it's other people, but predominantly Chinese. Obviously, want me out because they think I'm a prostitute, because I am being harassed as a prostitute, called a whore, prostitute. Lots of men have their hands inside of her. She slept with somebody. She let somebody in. These men have their whole hands inside of her. They're talking about remote prostitution. So the cruiser in front the entrance is um, some sort of I shouldn't say a trigger or a sign, but for me, anyways, it's a reminder of other incidents and other interactions with the police that was not very pleasant. Um, there seemed to have been some sort of a signing in and out today. People registering reports about me. And I heard the comment that there was a warrant out for my arrest. So this is what I heard in the bus and in the workplace, and by very loud speaking people, Chinese people. It is predominantly Chinese. Like I said, it's not a racist thing. I don't think. It is predominantly Chinese because I am in a Chinese area. But anyway, so they're very loud speaking people walking back and forth, um, um, accompanying me. There's these two people who was behind me talking really loudly, so I let them pass, and I slowed down and I let quite a bit of distance between them and me. I slowed down enough to allow a lot of distance between them and me, but they kept waiting and standing around until I caught up, and then they started talking about the same topic. There's a warrant for your arrest, and somebody signed into you, and somebody logged into you, and all these men into you, getting into you, and all these sorts of things. So as I said before, it's all about remote prostitution. I'm not a prostitute. However, I do believe that people are logged into me in the sense that I am being tracked, and to be able to remotely track you via satellite, your silhouette has to be seen. So I'm being seen naked, share, and there is no privacy because all your activities, all your actions are being recorded. The satellite, the technology that's being used to image will record you as well. So there is no privacy, which I'm being constantly reminded by I'm constantly being reminded of this by people who are following me around. Basically, I'm being stalked. Um, so there seem to be all sorts of comments in the workplace about I'm going to lose my job, number one. Number two, I'm going to lose my place because specifically the sister-in-law had it all set up, and the property is already conveyed in a trust. It was sold into a trust. The family took power of attorney and were signing things on my behalf. Um, so this is all fraud, of course, but it's in the workplace, and this is being talked about in the workplace. Also in the workplace is talk about my being registered in the newspaper. I'm going to be registered again into the newspaper on on the excuse me, in the notification section of the newspaper. I'm presuming where legal notices are printed. So I've never seen them. I've heard this before for like 10 years now. So I went looking actually, and I couldn't find any. maybe it's under a different name. I don't know. Anyway, so this is something that I'm trying to get information about from various sources. My family. I've even asked past employers. I've asked the management in the building, and I'm going to again. There is a court case going on, so there's going to be some information that is going to have to be released. As I said, I think the push is on to have me mentally committed, so there is no case. So this is all what's going on. I do believe that that the workplace has been infiltrated, or there is a report that the workplace have about me from the previous monitor because I was flagged for 10 years. And all these reports are being piggybacking on each other. So by now, I'm a very big criminal, very, very big one. So I guess that's why I got hired as a property accountant. So this organization could have a criminal on board. Doesn't make sense, does it? I did hear the word gerbiling, being passed around as I do here in this building. So a reasonable conclusions from all of this. There is a remote prostitution going on, and it's being operated from this building. And maybe there are a whole lot more in other buildings similar to this. The apartment buildings, very easy to do because the apartments are very convenient to have cameras placed into the apartments, entering in your home illegally, placing cameras in and selling you basically, imaging you from above, below, side, and training you as a prostitute using things like lasers to pulse your genitals, make you masturbate, stimulate you remotely, make you masturbate, record it, sell it, or train you, or discipline you. So this is all I suspect, is being done in the building. And this technology could be transported anywhere you go. It could be in the workplace. It could be in anybody else's home. It could be in a hotel. It could be in a restaurant. It could be in a bus. It could be on a train. It's very transportable, this technology. So if you don't see me, and God forbid there is a warrant out there and I am arrested, I'm just doing this blurb because the last time I was arrested, I almost didn't come back alive. So I, these warrants is a direct result of entrapment. I'm being set up to be reported on. So these reports are being commissioned, and they're deliberately being piggybacked on, and I am being artificially criminalized, and these reports are being used to get the warrants to artificially criminalize me and to have me mentally committed based on lies. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. Absolutely nothing wrong with me. I am being viciously harassed in the workplace. I'd say criminally harassed. And so what I do is I go to my desk and exactly what I do here in the unit. I vent my frustrations. I just type it out basically. I'm suspecting that this typing that I do is being recorded to show that I'm mentally ill. It's a setup. The exact thing that's happening here in this building, where I'm being, criminally harassed continuously. So, is being transported into the workplace because the workplace has been infiltrated, and I'm being harassed here as well, viciously harassed, constantly harassed with these comments. It's not directed to me, but it's around me all the time. These conversations. She's a whore. She's a prostitute. The big black one for you. These comments are made in conversations held around me. This is harassing to me because it's upsetting to me. It's upsetting to me to even listen to it because I've been hearing it for so long in my building, in my apartment, from outside the window. I'm sensitized to it, so it's definitely a cause for a huge amount of stress. So, as I said, if you don't see me, and I do get arrested, then um, we'll see what happens, I guess. Talk to you another time.